watching WKYT News at Noon.
Good afternoon. The news continues on WKYT on this Friday afternoon. We're about to hit 12:30. A woman admits to her role in the murder of her boyfriend's father.
Amanda Braddock entered a guilty plea during a hearing in Pulaski County this morning. WKYT's Phil Pendleton shows us the punishment she now faces in our top story at 12:30. Phil?
Amanda Braddock was the boyfriend of Jedediah Van Wormer, who was basically accused of shooting and killing his father, Edward, and then burying the man's body and then pouring concrete on top of it. Braddock is actually accused of then stealing property owned by the deceased man. And then, according to police, she and Jedediah went to North Carolina, where Amanda Braddock is from. Now, this morning, Amanda Braddock pleaded guilty to theft and tampering with physical evidence. The judge asked her to explain what she did.
I removed furniture and personal belongings from the house on Jones Knob Road.
Did those furnishings and property belong to the deceased?
Yes.
To Mr. Van Wormer?
Yes, it did.
Now, Amanda Braddock must testify against Jedediah Van Wormer in his upcoming murder trial. That case is currently on hold as a mental competency hearing is being performed on Jedediah Van Wormer. In Pulaski County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
And Braddock was allowed to post a $10,000 surety bond, but she must return for her sentencing and other court dates. A judge has set a trial date for a man accused of killing a police officer. Police say Raleigh Sizemore shot and killed Richmond police officer Daniel Ellis during a robbery investigation back in November. Sizemore's trial is set for next year, July 5th, 2017. The trial is expected to last about 30 days. One of three men accused in the April 2015 slaying of a UK student went in front of a judge this morning. 21-year-old Efrain Diaz Jr. is charged with murder and robbery. Police say he and two others are responsible for the shooting death of 22-year-old Jonathan Kruger, who was a junior at the University of Kentucky. Today's motion hearing was a quick one. Diaz's counsel talked with the judge about where the suspects are being housed.
He's still pretty emotional about the whole thing. I mean, he's he's upset about what happened, and he feels absolutely horrible about what happened. We're talking to him and working on the case, and he knows we're doing everything we can to help him.
Diaz's trial is set to begin in March of next year. Representation for Diaz says many more motion hearings are to come. Well, you'll need to dig out the umbrella, maybe even a rain jacket or whatnot again today.
I think they're probably handy because you've used them so much.
Why would you put it up, huh?
After a short break from the wet weather, we have heavy showers on the way again. WKYT meteorologist Micah Harris is here with a check of the forecast.
Yeah, and look, as a crow flies, we're still about 125 miles away here from downtown Lexington, so we still have a little bit of time before it actually moves in the region. And it's a lot of rain down toward the south. Not so much where we are looking right now across our western and central zones. Just a couple of light showers, but that low pressure system gets a little bit closer to us as we travel off into the afternoon, and that'll bring a lot more moisture too. Showers, not only showers, but also some thunderstorms, as it looks like that'll take us off through the evening hours. Heaviest rain, not just rain, but heaviest rain will start here in just a few minutes and also take you off through 8 p.m. So we still have several more hours to go. It's going to be a wet go at it for the kids coming home from school. From you, if you're about to head back to work, you coming home from work later on this evening and heading out to eat is going to be a tough go at it too. 1 to 2 inches for most. There is a possibility there will be a couple locations a little bit higher than that, and then spotty light showers for your Saturday. Obviously not a washout for Saturday. I would stick to any plans. Just no thunderstorms. Just a couple light showers could pass you by. And then it's not all that bad. We actually have a break in the weather on Sunday. I'm going to show you that coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Micah, thank you. More than 70,000 people are expected in Louisville the next couple of days for the NRA Convention. Today's program features several speeches, including one from presumptive Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump. Many Kentuckians in attendance say they're glad this year's convention is being held so close to home.
I don't think I'd have went to Cincinnati or anywhere else to see it, but first days I jumped right on it.
Now, other speakers include Senators Mitch McConnell and Rand Paul and Governor Matt Bevin. Trump's speech is expected to take place around 1 o'clock. We'll stream it live on WKYT.com.
And, of course, have reports on our evening news about it. Yeah.
Well, the search for the voice and data recorders from Egypt Air Flight 804 is raising new questions about why flight information is not broadcast in real time, even though that technology already exists.
Chris Van Cleve is at Chicago's O'Hare International Airport to explain why airlines have been slow to adopt real-time flight data streaming.
After Air France Flight 447 crashed off the coast of Brazil in 2009, it took almost 2 years and $40 million to retrieve its black boxes from the bottom of the Atlantic. Malaysia Airlines Flight 370's flight recorders still haven't been recovered because no one knows where exactly in the Indian Ocean to look.
I can find my kids by pinging their iPhone. We shouldn't have aircraft that disappear anywhere in the world today.
Former National Transportation Safety Board Chairman Deborah Hersman wants planes to stream black box data whenever something unusual happens in order to help investigators.
We want to make sure that when they arrive on scene, they don't have to go down to the ocean floor to find those recorders. They have some of the most important information in their hands right away.
Last year, Qatar Airways said its entire fleet will eventually stream flight data. First Air, a regional carrier in Canada, is already doing so. According to Matt Desch, CEO of the satellite communications company Iridium, black box streaming technology can cost tens of thousands of dollars to install and maintain on each aircraft.
It may be that airlines are trying to figure out what is the best, most cost-effective solution that will fit all of their issues.
The current system relies on ground-based radar to monitor planes, but that leaves more than 70% of the world uncovered. Other factors experts say that the radar, the current system, works pretty well, and virtually all black boxes are recovered from accident scenes, not to mention the volume of data from all of the flights flying every day. Plus, the cost of the new technology would almost certainly be passed on to flyers. Chris Van Cleve, CBS News, Chicago.
And earlier today, an Egypt Air official said more wreckage from the plane has been found, including luggage and passenger seats.
Hundreds of children helped celebrate a park's 100th anniversary with a day of fun. Booker T. Washington Elementary held its 100 Hands Field Day celebration at Douglas Park. Several local officials, along with police and fire, attended as well. The goal is to help revitalize the historic park.
We've had more positive this year than we've had negative, and it's putting that out there that, you know, the neighborhood is taking back the park. We've got neighborhood folks that are up here volunteering with us as well, so it's having that positive influence, being able to bring the positive in and get rid of some of the negative.
The 100 Hands Project has raised more than $14,000 to repair the park's community center. New playground equipment will be added next spring.
All right, looks like a fun day of learning out there for them. Well, there has been a dramatic increase in vision problems for Americans. How can you protect your eyesight?
Also, when should student athletes be allowed to return to school after a concussion? Answers on the way in our Better Living Report on WKYT.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
Heavy rain on the way, and that has really triggered the National Weather Service out of Louisville to actually put down a flood watch. Not a flash flood watch, but a flood watch, just meaning we could expect tremendous amounts of rain in a long period of time, not so much a short period of time. So just heads up for that. I'll show you where I expect that or where those are here in just a few minutes. But right now, just some light showers out and about. A couple of heavy downpours here and there as you make your way back toward Boyle County. This one looks like it will roll right through Perryville here any minute. You more than likely are already feeling those light drops picking up, and you'll start to really see that increase here in just a few minutes. Junction City, Danville, you're going to miss out on that, but Perryville, yeah, it'll roll right over you if it's not already. Lebanon 68, that is a wet go at it all the way to Campbellsville. Bradfordsville getting in on the mix too. All that's moving northbound. Starting to pick up a few sprinkles here in Fayette County. We're still a ways away. But look where this is heading, the trajectory of this. This will take it right through this line right here, and also the northern extent of this going to get in on the action too. And like I said, that has triggered the National Weather Service out of Louisville to actually put out a flood watch across the green shaded regions. That does take you from the bluegrass, which does exclude Madison County, but you're sitting there in Lexington and Fayette County, Frankfort and Franklin County, go down the BG Parkway all the way down 65. And those are areas as of right now, but I would say heads up, because I could see this be extended in some other counties, especially north of where it is right now. It has a better likelihood of actually being extended northbound as opposed to being extended southbound. So flood watch through 11 p.m. for those areas. Let's take you through it. Let me show you what I'm talking about and what we're looking at the rest of the afternoon. About 2 p.m., heaviest rain here in about an hour and a half. It's going to be there across our western zones. That's going to be Highway 68, 127 right around 3 p.m. Go on to 27, 75, Bluegrass region, anywhere from 2 to 4 p.m. is still when I expect that. That's when I expected it this morning, and we'll hold true with that, and that moves out after 8 p.m. So now through 8 p.m. is your heaviest rain, and then we'll start to see that kick on out of there. Look for tomorrow to see just a few light showers here and there. Remember, none of that's a washout tomorrow, and that's the difference from today and tomorrow is we're going to be holding on to a couple light showers tomorrow as opposed to really heavy rain today. Guys, that should kind of move on out as we get through Saturday late. And Sunday looks really nice. 75, sunny skies, we need it. But yeah, we're about to go through some really heavy rain later on this afternoon.
We'll deal with that. And then maybe, you know, like you said, Sunday, and let's stretch it on a couple of days,
would be
right?
nice, wouldn't it?
Okay. See what happens. Well, the number of Americans with vision problems is expected to go up dramatically. And how soon should student athletes go back to school after a concussion?
Danielle Nottingham has details in this Better Living report.
A new study finds high school and college students who get a concussion often have significant problems when they return to the classroom. Researchers in Rochester, New York, found students who hurt their heads had significantly more academic problems a week after their injury. A month after their injury, athletes who had 2 or more concussions continued to have problems. The number of Americans who are blind or visually impaired is expected to double in the next 35 years. That's according to a study from the University of Southern California. Researchers say about 1 million Americans are currently blind and 11 million are visually impaired, but that number will go up as the baby boomer generation continues to age. And new research out of Boston suggests between 20 to 40% of cancer cases could be prevented, and about half of cancer deaths could be avoided if people adopted a healthy lifestyle. That includes no smoking or heavy drinking, moderately exercising at least 150 minutes per week, and maintaining a healthy weight. Those are some of the day's top health stories. Danielle Nottingham, CBS News, Los Angeles.
All right, coming right up, a downtown bike ride for the whole family.
Details about Saturday's Bike Lexington after the break on WKYT.
All right, welcome back in. Good to have you with us. We have a bike ride here, a chance to
Pretty. I like it a lot.
Hop on your bike and enjoy a morning of fun for the whole family. Micah says he's going, and Bike Lexington is going to be happening this Saturday, tomorrow.
We're joined by Catherine Minton and Kyle Frizzell with the Downtown Lexington Corporation to learn more about it. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Well, tell us about Bike Lexington. What you anticipate tomorrow?
Well, it's going to happen tomorrow, rain or shine. The festivities begin at 8 with registration, and then a Sprout Sprint for the fastest kid in town. And then followed by that at 9 will be the slow cycle to see who the slowest adult in town is.
Uh-oh.
So that should be fun.
For us after all. Okay.
Yeah. And then at 10, we have the police escorted bike ride.
Kyle, you have brought in a very sweet ride over here. Biking is really popular in Lexington.
Yeah, there's a great community that supports our Bike Lexington and everything that we do. There's tons of great groups around town that participate in biking, and tomorrow we want everybody to show up, have fun, bring the whole family. It is a family fun ride. It's for every age. It should be really great.
What is it about biking that you so enjoy?
I think getting out of the car, taking a step back, the sustainability practices of just riding a bike. And I like to ride just because it's fun. Mm-hmm. So that's just why I ride.
A little wind in your face, right?
Yeah.
Just because it's fun, that's a great way to do it, too. Catherine, there are a lot of other activities that are going to be going on as well, too. Give us a view of what people can do at Bike Lexington.
So between 8 and 10, there'll be the different races, and then we'll also have helmet fittings. We'll be giving away helmets, and then you can also register to win a cool bike like that from Pedal Power.
Oh, that's a great thing.
It really is, and safety first, and of course that obviously is going to be emphasized. Again, you're going to kick off the day early tomorrow, and you said even though we probably have some showers in the forecast, you're going to go with it, right?
Rain or shine.
All right, people need to do it with the emphasis on fun. Do you think people outside of Lexington see Lexington as a bike-friendly community?
Absolutely. I think we're a good staple for biking, the progression of biking in our communities. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, more bike lanes and trails and so forth here and there. All right, thanks for coming in.
And one other thing to point out, our own Monique Blair is going to be the MC down at Bike Lexington.
Yes. Can't wait to have her.
I know she'll have fun.
Good. Thanks for coming now.
Thank you.
Well, do you know what to look for when it comes to detecting skin cancer?
How you can get screened and the things you need to look for next on WKYT.